Okay, I'm going to do a quick video to show you how to synchronize your local repo and GitHub repo um, with the original class repo um, to make sure that you have all the updated files for the course. All right, so first things first, this is just a forked repo from an original repo called Machine Learning for Beginners. All right, it was from a Microsoft class that I had looked at a long time ago. But obviously I'm really far behind, so I'm 65 commits behind the original. All right, so that's a problem. So I got to get those additional files down into my GitHub forked repo, and then also to my local. All right, but let me pull this up. So I not only did I fork it, but I also made it in my also cloned it right into a local file. So this is what it looks like locally. Okay, I made like this change. I'm just gonna, and that was the commit, this 3 little dots, but I'm gonna add 2 more and save this. Okay, and then what you'll see is I have, right, I'm committing, which you guys probably have been. So I'm gonna commit and push, right? And that's, gonna pop up a little message, test 1, all right. Yes, I'll save. And that'll push back up to our remote. So if I update this, all right, it will show eventually. Wait for it. All right, that I am 2 commits behind. Okay, so every time we add another commit, it'll show that we're, 2 commits behind for, my commits from my local cloned repo into the GitHub forked version of it. All right, but what we can do, and we can do these in the command line as well, but I'm just going to show you this version of it, just to get everybody up and running. So I have kind of these GUI interfaces here, and what you'll see is that this will say this branch is out of date, which are probably what you'll see on your forked repo, right? And so it'll say, hey, you can disregard these 2 commits, but you don't have to do that, all right? You can just say update this branch, all right? So let's do that. So we're just going to say update this branch, and that should pull these 65 commits in to my new space, all right? So let's say update the branch. All right, again, we just have to give it a little bit of time here. It's kind of synchronizing this. That is a lot that got put in there. Okay, so now it says it's 3 commits ahead, and it's 3 commits ahead because I have added additional content into this repo that isn't in my, basically in my local. So we gotta, it adds it as a commit, essentially, all of those additional content. So if we go back here to our local file, right, and we kind of update this. In theory, what should happen, right, is that all of the additional stuff that was just added into our repo actually isn't here yet. So we do have to git pull, all right? So you can go into the menu, and again, you can do this. You can do it from the, done from the terminal as well, all right? And so this is gonna pull down all of the latest information that we just put into our repo. See, it's merging all of this information here into our local file, okay? And then we'll have all the additional content, okay, in our local folder, okay? And so this allows us to get up to speed real quick, and then we can go back, right? We can go back here. We say, if we wanted to click on this again, it'll say this branch is not behind the upstream, which is what you want. So what I would recommend is that you do this kind of all the time, at least on a weekly basis, because I am going to be updating the files quite a bit. All right, if you have merge conflicts or there's something wrong with that, then we'll get it all worked out. There's more robust ways to do this. You can always rebaseline, things like that, all right? So if you go to this remote, or if you go to branch, right, you can always rebase the branch, and it'll give you the option from the upstream original to rebase, and that'll just pull down all of the new content and kind of add it into your file too. So there's more robust ways to do it, but this is a lightweight way to do it, and it should be able to do that for most people, because I don't know that you've been committing a ton of code yet in the class. Okay, Now, I mean, you can also choose to, if you want to ignore those commits, if you want to do that, it doesn't affect your local files, things like that. But this is just an easy way to get you up and running, make sure you're synchronized with the class. So just use that sync fork option. And that's it. Okay, thanks.